Darn it. It still sounds out of tune. I think the head is busted.
Well, that's what happens when you decide hitting an orc in the head with your lute is a better option than, say, stabbing it with your sword.
It caught me off guard. I was scared. I really thought we'd gotten them all. Hold on, I think I can make it work.
Are you sure you don't want me to just cast mending on it?
I can do it. It's only a tiny tear. I'm pretty sure if I just get creative with my tuning, I can remedy it.
Come on, it would be so much easier.
No, it's fine. I can... Please mend it.
Sure. And there. Good as new.
We've been waiting here for a while. It's gotta be past the meeting time by this point. Let me check the letter again. Troll Skull Tavern, mid-afternoon of the last day of the month. It says they'll be clad in iron armor and carrying a long sword and shield. But half of the people in this tavern fit that description.
Well, why don't we just try asking around a little bit?
Huh? What do you want me to do? Just walk up to some random table and be like, hey guys, that's the coolest sword and shield you have there. By the way, did any of you send this letter here?
Yes, basically. It isn't that hard. The worst that happens is that they say no, and you leave.
I don't know. Shouldn't one of us stay behind and, hold our table?
Alright, fine. Give me the letter. I'll ask around.
Sure. Here you go.
Excuse me, does this letter look familiar to you? No? Okay, sorry to bother you. Hi, sorry to bother you. Does this letter look familiar to you? Okay, no worries. Thank you. Excuse me, sorry to interrupt. Does this letter look familiar to you? Oh, it does. And are you the one we're supposed to meet here? Okay, great. I'm Jade, and over there is my partner, Adrian. Nice to meet you. So, we're gonna be completing this contract together? Mm-hmm. I'm what they call a druid. You look like you can handle yourself in a fight. That's good. We're definitely gonna need the extra help. Although, you aren't carrying any loots on you by any chance. Okay, come on, I'll take you to our table to talk. Adrian, I found her.
Oh, nice to meet you. I'm Adrian, just an aspiring bard trying to find his inspiration somewhere. So, I guess we're going to be working together? Well, it's an honor to be working with a strong warrior such as yourself. I'm sorry, I'm not very good with people. Well, that's part of the reason I became a bard, to try to force myself to expand my comfort zone. And Jade is different. She is sort of more like an animal than a person, so it's easier for me to talk to her.
I'll take that as a compliment. So, now that we're all here, can you go over what we'll be doing?
Ah, right. So, way to the north of Waterdeep is the Sword Mountains. Dug into the side of one of these mountains is a system of caves excavated by dwarven miners a couple of years ago. Apparently, the place was overrun by a goblin tribe during the dig, and the miners had to evacuate and abandon the dig site. The goblins have since left the place abandoned, but one of the miners wants us to go back and find his pickaxe. Apparently, it was made for him by his daughter, and he wants it back in one piece. It's got a special engraving of the family crest on it, so we should know it when we see it.
Seems simple enough. The place should be abandoned, and just in case it isn't, we have you to help us fight off whatever comes after us.
Yeah, good to have you along, Torin. Huh? My apologies. Did I call you Torin? Sorry, it's a force of habit.
Torin was the name of the last person we traveled with. Adrian is having a hard time accepting that she's gone.
Sorry, but do you mind if I just call you Torin? I'm used to it by this point.
Welcome to the team, Torin. If everyone's ready to go, we have a cart hitched outside.
Yeah, let's go. So, Torin, are you local? Do you come from Waterdeep? No? Yeah, me neither. My hometown's called Vallaki. It's a village in a land called Barovia, roughly a 2.5-day ride from here. Barovia was once cursed by a powerful vampire. Anyone that tried to leave was swallowed up in mist and never seen again, or torn to shreds by werewolves or undead monsters. I basically grew up inside of a cage, always afraid of everyone I passed on the street. But when I was young, a group of adventurers came to our town looking for an artifact. They say the adventurers traveled all across the land searching for allies to rally against the vampire, and when the time finally came, they used the artifact from my hometown to storm the castle the vampire lived in, and after a long battle they defeated him and freed us from his curse. When I realized I could finally leave, I decided to become an adventurer. I want to travel the world and see all the things beyond Barovia. I want to spread the tales of the heroes of the realm, and I want to help anyone else suffering as I did. Sorry, was I rambling? I tend to get into my stories a bit too much.
Don't worry about it. It's nice to see you getting into your stories. And Torin doesn't seem to mind either.
Well, to be honest, I'm kind of more of a storyteller than a musician. I bought this lute with the money we made from our last job because I wanted to try learning how to weave my stories into songs, and then nearly wrecked it 20 minutes later. But I really want to try learning how to play it. I mean, think of how much better my stories would be if they had some music to go with them. But, learning how to play was a lot harder than I thought it would be.
Well, here's some advice. If you want to learn how to play your lute, perhaps you shouldn't smash it to pieces trying to bludgeon an orc to death.
I know! For the last time, I panicked! I promise I'll use my sword next time. Stop bringing that up.
You know I only do it to keep you safe.
We're losing daylight. We should probably make camp here and keep moving in the morning.
Good idea. I'll make us something to eat. Adrian, can you get the tent set up?
Sure. Torin, we're gonna need some wood to burn if we want to cook anything. Do you think you could get some firewood? Thanks a bunch.
Don't wander too far. If anything jumps you, call for help, okay? It's been a while since we've traveled with someone else, huh?
Yeah. Torin seems pretty reliable. She looks pretty tough, too. I feel so much weaker by comparison.
Hey, don't sell yourself short. You're a skilled swordsman and a good storyteller.
I guess. But I never would have made it this far without you looking after me.
We look after each other, Adrian. Don't forget that.
Yeah. Okay. So, be honest. Do you think I have a chance? Like, with Torin?
I don't know. Isn't it a bit early to be taking that step?
I know, but it's just... I've only known her for a few hours, but there's just something about her that gives me butterflies. I almost don't want to complete this job now.
I know what you mean. Oh, speaking of, welcome back, Torin. Did you find the kindling okay? Is anything else out there? No? Okay, thank you very much. Just set the kindling over there. I'm almost done seasoning the meat.
We only have 2 tents, unfortunately. One of us will have to sleep outside. Hopefully it doesn't rain.
I can sleep outside, don't worry. I'm used to sleeping in the grass.
You are? I mean, okay. Did you bring a bread roll with you, Torin? Thank you for the food, Jade. It was super yummy. Anyway, I'm off to bed. Good night, everyone.
Good night, Adrian. Good night, Torin. Sleep tight. Oh, good evening, Torin. What's the matter? Can't sleep? Oh, I'm okay. I never really needed to sleep that much. What am I doing? It's a hobby of mine. I like working with wood and small crystals I've collected and making them into trinkets. They remind me of things I've done on my adventures, but they also remind me of my family back home. Well, I come from the forest just northeast of here. My family has guarded the forest for centuries, protecting it from monsters and greedy people. When I was little, my parents didn't think I had the strength to be a guardian, so they tried to have me become an artisan rather than a guardian. They taught me to craft these little trinkets and bless them with magic to grant the wearer good fortune and whatnot. I enjoy making them, don't get me wrong, but after a while I wanted more. So, when I unlocked my druidic powers, I left. I wanted to prove to my family that I was more than what they thought. That I could protect the forest, but also more. And that's how me and Adrian met. He stumbled into my camp one night, covered in burrs and mud, He had run out of torches and couldn't see where he was going in the dark. I cleaned him up and fed him, and then he shared with me the most wonderful stories of the land that he came from and the world he had explored. I was so enamored with it all, I asked if I could travel alongside him and see the world with him. He agreed, and now, well, here we are. We've gone on a lot of crazy adventures together, and I hope we'll continue to for a long time. No, oh god, no, nothing like that. Adrian and I are practically siblings. I've never thought of him in a romantic sort of way. Yeah, I mean, we travel together, we eat together, we fight together, but we're just friends. We've talked about this a few times actually, and we've both agreed that we're completely comfortable with the way things are. Although, don't tell Adrian I told you this, but I think he already has feelings for you. Yeah, he has always had a thing for warriors, and you definitely fit that description. It's probably why he gave you the nickname Tauren. Yeah, he probably called you that on purpose. He might look kind of clumsy, but he can be pretty clever when he wants to be. Tauren was the name of the last warrior to join our party. We traveled with Tauren for a few weeks, but eventually we had to part ways. Adrian took it pretty hard. I did too, actually. I was rather fond of Tauren myself. And since you remind him of Tauren so much, I imagine it's only a matter of time before he starts to try to get close to you. If Adrian did try to get closer to you, would you let him? I know he's pretty fond of you already, but how do you feel about him? Oh, I see. Well, thank you for coming out here to talk, but you should probably get some sleep. You're gonna need it tomorrow if we're gonna be spending the whole day exploring an ancient mine. Would you like me to cast a sleep spell on you? Would that help? Okay, lie down. Close your eyes. That's it. Now, sleep.
Here we are. It's just that cave up ahead. The one with the old banners and skulls at the front.
Don't worry, the decor looks pretty old, and the dwarf assured us that the place is abandoned. Still, we should be careful. I'll take the lead. Tauren, stay behind me. Adrian, you're in the back.
No, it's okay, Tauren. Jade usually takes the lead in these scenarios.
If anything happens, I can use my magic to protect us. Alright, come on, let's go in. It's a bit dark in here. Adrian, can you give us some light?
Okay. Light.
Okay, remember everybody, we're looking for a dwarven pickaxe.
This place definitely used to be home to a goblin tribe, what with all the moldy food, tribal decor, and trophies mounted to the wall. There's a deviation here. Left, right, let's just keep going straight for now.
Okay. Where I come from, goblins like to ambush travelers on the roads by hiding in the trees and leaving their previous victims as bait. I can handle those kind of goblins, but I don't know anything about cave dwellers.
Me neither. Barovia was home to a lot of undead and spirits, but no goblins. I didn't even know what a goblin was until I caught one trying to steal my stuff while I was sleeping. What about you, Tauren? Wow, so you fought all kinds of goblin tribes. Just how many adventures have you been on?
A lot, it seems. Hold on, there's a door up ahead. It's locked.
Hold on, let me try picking it. There we go. Huh? Did you hear that?
A tripwire. Everyone, get back.
It's a boulder trap!
Look out!